Oi, you're tuned in to Jai That Aussie Metal Guy, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of his sick content. And remember, stay brutal, you legend.
I'm drinking my morning coffee and it's minus 15 Celsius.
Oh, wow. I would swap with you at the moment in the middle of summer. G'day, everybody. It is Jai, that Aussie metal guy here. So tonight, wherever you are in the world, it's a great pleasure that I'm getting to have a chat with Sammi from Korpiklaani, who are due to release their 12th studio album, I believe. They're absolute Finnish folk metal legends. I did get a chat last year, 2021, when they dropped the Jilla album, so I was super excited to get to have a little listen to this album and get to chat to you about it all. So thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you. Greetings from Finland.
Yeah, man, this is an absolutely great album. I'm really enjoying it. That first single that come out, Saunen, that was an absolute ripper. Can you tell me a little bit about the making of this album and kind of when you started and all of that and your songwriting process for it?
We started it approximately a year ago.
Yep.
And our working schedule is like that. Everyone do demos in home, and those are usually pretty finished when we start to share them with each other. So then everyone usually take part of arranging process, and everyone is also responsible about their own instruments. So yeah, it was we finished recording during summer 2023. So and it's about to be released 5th of April. I think compared to Ylhä, our previous one, this is more like faster and straightforward, I would say. And we also have new member in the band, Olli. He used to play in Turisas before in Korpiklaani. So he had a lot of energy to the band, and he just brought good things for us, I would say.
Yeah, Tourist is unreal. So that was a really great pickup, and that was one of the first things I noticed from the Kodamas track. The very first thing I noticed was this is definitely a lot more up tempo than probably your last couple of albums. Am I right in that saying that?
Yeah, you are right. And yeah, previous ones have been more like epic and lyrical. This is more like more aggressive, I would say so. And this time Jonne also wrote lyrics all himself. We didn't use poetist. We used to order lyrics from Tuomas Keskimäki, and I really like his works, but like I think Jonne got some kind of extra twist to the album by using his own words, because he's singer, so he did them himself, so we can be sure that those also fit for him. So I think that affect also to vocals on the album.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal. He's done a great job. What was it like? You know, it would have been good for Yoni because he is so good. Like you listen to this and you're like, why didn't he do a lot more lyrics earlier? You know, as well. Just I suppose with this album and doing such a great job, I think only 2 tracks were lyrically written. I think the other 2 tracks were, correct me if I'm wrong, was Saunen and Misto. Was Samuli done?
Yeah, Samuli did them.
Yeah.
He's great fan of sauna. He likes sauna really much. So he wanted to write lyrics about going to sauna.
Yeah, and that would have been good for you guys to have all that kind of in-house. Tell us a little bit about, like, actually for you composing your parts with the accordion, because you know you're absolutely unreal on that thing, man. Like you just make it more metal than anything.
Yeah, I think it was partly. I have always got really free hands to folk instrument arrangements for the albums, and mainly last 3 albums before Rankarumpu, I did mainly mainly all the folk arrangements. But this time it was easier because Olli took part in that process also. He wrote part of the songs like, hey, let's do with accordion and violin, something like this. And so it was so much more easier to work this album out. He helped the band a lot. And he also challenged me a bit. Like, okay, he's playing this kind of solo here. Okay, I'm gonna play this kind of solo. Like, yeah, it was fun. I think it's after every time after we release album, I say it's the best one. But I'm honest. Like, it's kind of fun to notice that this start to be veteran band. Guys have done this so long time already, but still we are developing and finding new ways to do our thing. So like every album I think have been better than previous one.
And that's kind of one thing that you, Korpiklaani, have been amazing. Your first album was great, but after what, 20, going on 21 years as a band, I think something like that, now you're still pushing yourself, and for you to be like pushing yourself even probably harder now, and and driving even harder and wanting to create, you probably want to be able to create, like, at the end of each album, go, that was my best album, and push yourself and drive yourself, and what keeps motivating you and inspiring you to, like, even now push so hard on this one? Because I heard you're a beast on it, and you pushed really hard on it with Ollie as well.
Well, I think like first of all, like I would say that this lineup we have right now, it's the best Korpiklaani lineup that we have ever got in the band. Like exactly right guys doing this thing. And Jonne is our Primus motor. He wrote mainly the songs and it's basically his band.
Yeah.
But he has that really interesting ability to renewal for every album, and he seemed to be like he has some kind of endless source of creativity and new ideas. So I think it's about passion for music, and also this is our work. So that's also one thing, like you gotta just stop.
And you have this
because
amazing charisma about you. You know what I mean? Like Yoni has this really great charisma as a front man, and all of you guys do to connect all over the world, regardless. Because music, for me, is something that's very universal. Whether you can understand the lyrics or anything like that, you see it. I watch my niece; she has autism. You watch her listening to music, and you can just see how music connects. And you guys, regardless, she's come to Australia, and half the people that just love you guys, see you guys, don't even know half the time what she's singing, but she's have this charisma and unique ability to be able to connect across barriers, countries, boundaries, languages as well. These are one of the few bands that, for me, that really, especially in the metal community, are able to do that.
wow, that's it's really nice to hear that. I think this band's profile is about having fun together. Like we are not like how to say black metal band who sings about death and pain and things like that. No, the source is about like nice and happy feelings, and I think that's something like we managed to bring on stage also. So this is like party band. It's about positive feelings, and so on. So I'm happy we managed to deliver those kind of
And
feelings.
you
listener.
definitely captured. I've spoken to a few people that have seen you guys live, and I know that when you do have that ability to just, the audience have so much fun seeing you. I don't think I've spoken to anyone that's been to a Korpiklaani show and that hasn't had fun doing it as well. And that's kind of probably what you want as an artist, for the people to walk away from the show and go, man, that was so much fun. Those guys are really enjoyable to see, and things like that as well.
Oh, sorry, again.
Yeah, I was just saying, people that go to your shows, they've always had so much fun. All the people I've spoken to, and has ever been to a Korpiklaani show, I've never walked out saying they haven't had fun at one of your shows.
Yeah, I missed what you was talking, because I suddenly remembered one thing from Australia.
Yeah.
When we first time toured there, I don't remember where it was, but it was second or third gig. One guy decided to do stage diving, and he managed to do forward roll. And when he got up, he hit my accordion with feet. So suddenly I was thinking, like, what happened?
Oh, no.
I sensed the hit myself that it was hard, but okay, I continue playing. Wait a minute, I cannot hear my accordion anymore. I go backstage, and so technician, why my accordion is not working? The technician was like, there is hole in your accordion.
Oh, no.
Whole like plastic thing from front of my accordion. There was hole in that, like he threw my accordion, and yeah, so I couldn't play next 2 shows. And
Because of that guy.
yeah.
So anyone
Yeah,
that was upset to miss those shows, they can blame that dude.
Yeah, but no hard feelings about that. Later on, I'm thinking it was just funny accident. I managed to fix the accordion later on tour.
Yep.
And everything fine. Second Australian tour, I meet that same guy. He comes to meet me and offer me a beer or something. But it was really hilarious in the end. Like, so those things happen, and audience have fun. That's the main thing.
That's it. That's a really cool story as well. Speaking of cool things, the track you dropped just before the end of the year, the Boney M cover there, "I've Got to Go Home," was one of the bloody coolest things I'd seen. All you guys on the beach having a great old time.
Yeah, we have been thinking that we should cover Boney M. And for every album we have usually used to have like one cover song. So we decided to do it from Boney M this time. Yeah, it was fun.
You can see you were definitely having a lot of fun there as well. I do want to talk about the single that has just come out today, the second single of it, the Ita track there. Tell us all about that one.
Yeah, it's Aita.
Ita.
Aita, and it means a fence. And like Olli composed the music, and Jonne did the lyrics. So those ideas came originally from them, and the lyrics are about a wanderer who returns back to his home and start to talk with old man, and the wanderer who has returned from his journeys. He's like telling like things he have learned during his trip. So that kind of background. And yeah, it's coming tomorrow or today.
It depends where you are in the world. It's just released it. We're a little bit early here in Australia, so just before we done this interview, I jumped over and I noticed, it's popped up there as well. So the pre-order packs look absolutely amazing for this. They do drop April 5th as well through Nuclear Blast. The absolutely unreal, like for all the vinyl lovers and everything like that, which is good. They're still people buying vinyl and merch as well, which is really, really good. I know you guys have a whole heap of tours. You're about to go off to the UK, aren't you, with Ailstorm?
Yeah, we are leaving next Wednesday
Oh, wow.
for touring there, and after that we rest a bit in home. Then we travel to Mexico for album release, so at
Oh, wow.
5th of April, and straight from that we continue to United States and Canada. We toured there with Illumisate and Visions of Atlantis, if I remember right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so and it's 1 month. It's great to get back on road after COVID and everything.
Yeah, what was that like for you guys, man? That would have been pretty depressing after, because you're such a, live, energetic band, then not being able to play. So when everything opened, you guys were just like every other band playing all over the place as well. It's a bit hard to keep up with at times, isn't it?
Yeah, like we like to, and on tour we usually like to play show every day.
Yeah, nice.
We don't like 3 days. Otherwise, it would be too much time for drinking. So so we're not getting too alcoholic there.
No, awesome. And then he's probably going to be on the festival circuit after that as well, just playing the hell out of this album. Probably looking like every other band to hit Australia as well, probably next year or later in the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think our manager is negotiating about touring Australia, and I'm sure we're going to come back there again. But
Yeah.
like right now, no one knows when.
Oh, exactly. You've always had a pretty close relationship, so Aussie fans, they will be back here for sure. Don't you worry about that. What would be your favourite track off the album, mate, and why?
I have been practicing to play the album here like during this week, and it depends on day, but I would say like this is a bit strange answer, but I would say like right now my favorite is Orakelit. That kind of mid-tempo song. It's like I found out that I'm never like bored to hear that. It's always fine to listen it and play it. So it's a bit different Korpiklaani song.
Yeah, no, there's some great tracks in here, including, I got to ask before I do ask for last words, to tell us a little bit about that last track, because that was a really kind of nice track to finish off the album. I really enjoyed it, and it was probably the last one I listened before I chatted with you as well right now.
Yeah, I think band managed to catch something into that last song of the album.
Yep.
And I heard Jonne's early demos from that, and it was catchy and folky in one way. So then I did those flute parts to that myself, and then it started to open and develop. So like in the end of recording process, we noticed like we have perfect last song for the album here, so let's do that. So it's kind of beautiful ending for the album.
I thought so. I thought it was an absolute epic, as you said, beautiful way to end the album. I really enjoyed it. Really, really good album to listen to from start to finish. And as it closed like that, I was like, yes, that's just it. That's the closer for sure. We're going to sign out, mate. I know you got a couple more on the plate. Do you have any last words, shout outs, thank yous, or anything else I may have forgotten you want to chuck in there, my friend?
Looking forward to tour in Australia. Give a chance for the new album. Listen it out, open a beer and listen, give it a try. I would say, recommend that. We try to surprise you every time.
That's it. Everybody buy it, stream it, make it #1, and you'll get them here even faster. Cheers, mate. You have a lovely evening. Thank you very much, my friend. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.
Oi, you know what time it is? You're tuned in listening to Jai That Aussie Metal Guy. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of his content when it drops. And remember, stay brutal, you mad dogs. Roof!